A generation ago, managing money meant sitting down with a checkbook and doing rough monthly math. Today, it's a blizzard of notifications. You're juggling dozens of financial touchpoints every single month. Automated subscriptions quietly renew, digital wallets tap at coffee shops, and buy now, pay later plans stretch out. The sheer complexity of spending has scaled up fast, but our financial literacy hasn't kept pace. The result is that money feels like it simply vanishes, leaving behind a constant low-level hum of anxiety. The divide between people who feel financially anxious and those who feel in control is rarely about how much money they make. It comes down entirely to how they view their transactions. Every purchase, every bill, every swipe generates data. Most people treat this as a mystery, but a small percentage of people approach it differently. They treat their personal spending strictly as a raw, objective dataset. Making that single shift from emotional guessing to objective data analysis is the dividing line between financial anxiety and financial mastery. To build this system, you begin with raw extraction. For one full month, you record every single expense without editing or filtering a thing. The temptation here is to judge your spending as you record it, but doing that causes people to unconsciously hide or minimize their expenses. If you judge the data while you collect it, you corrupt the dataset before you even use it. Once you have that unbiased list, you move to step 2, structuring. On their own, raw numbers are entirely useless. They need to be organized into categorical buckets. To visualize this, we use the 50-30-20 framework to structure raw data. Half of income goes to necessities, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. Use these buckets as a baseline reference to measure personal data, instantly spotting where money leaks out. Applying this basic structural categorization takes an anxiety-inducing list of transactions and turns it into a highly legible, actionable map of your financial life. The third and final step of the pipeline is visualization and trend tracking. This requires looking past a single month of data. Single data points are often misleading. They are easily skewed by a one-time emergency room visit, a car repair, or a rare holiday bonus. Isolating a single data point creates a volatile, chaotic chart. That is why professional analysts compare multiple months side by side. Zooming out creates a multi-month trend line. This reveals if a forgotten subscription is quietly draining money and clarifies your true savings trajectory. This exact same data-driven methodology applies to how you invest in the stock market. When you focus on daily market dips, you end up making emotional, reactive decisions, like panic selling a trending stock. You counter that reactivity with structural calm, focusing instead on long-term historical performance and expense ratios. Relying on quarterly data rather than daily swings replaces the impulse to react with structural discipline. Logic drives your portfolio rather than fear. By setting up these 3 steps, you have constructed an ongoing, objective diagnostic tool for your life. This methodology also has direct applications in your professional life. Industries like marketing, healthcare, and logistics all reward people who can turn raw information into a decision. Building this habit with your own money practices the exact workflow required to optimize a supply chain or a patient's treatment plan. Of course, data analysis has its limits. A spreadsheet cannot predict catastrophic events, like a sudden job loss or an unexpected medical emergency. Data analysis removes blind spots, allowing you to combine clear information with real-world context. Through the accumulation of small, informed decisions, the anxiety around money tends to fade because you finally understand the numbers.